Okay, when I was in corporate America, I thought I'd made it. I had the six-figure salary, I had the crazy bonus, the PTO, the stock options, and the respect that I built through the years. But what I didn't have was freedom. So since leaving corporate America, I figured something out. My stress went way down and my income it went way up. So today we're going to talk about the top 10 biggest benefits I've experienced leaving corporate America and starting my own businesses and what's waiting for you on the other side. So, hey, I'm Dustin Neff, your anti career coach, and I help high performers figure out a game plan and leave their corporate job in 90 to 180 days, replacing their salary. So, today, like I said, top 10 lists of reasons and benefits to leaving corporate America. All right, so one, time freedom. So at your job, most jobs, like if you work 40 hours, that's on the low end. I've seen 40, I was working 60, 70, 80 hours. I've seen people work 100 hours. So you get the time freedom. So you choose your own schedule. So for me, my day's pretty consistent. So I wake up 6:30, 6:45, check my email, I've kind of planned my day the night before. And I've got about I don't know, 45-minute window. And then at 7:30, I take my son to school. And we live, 6, 7 minutes from the school. So I get to spend a little time with him, come back, follow up any emails that I might have sent out or anything that was pending from the day before. And then guess what? I go to the gym. So I leave for the gym at 8:15, get my Bang energy drink. They don't sponsor me, by the way, but they should. Get my Bang energy drink on the way, and I do a CrossFit class. So, got great music, don't have to think about my workout. Really great group that I work out with, and then I come back home. I'm typically there about 9:45. So I'll follow up from my early morning, but then from 10 to 2, I'm super dialed in. A 4 hour just high focus time. What I figured out is you can get more done if you're focused for 1 hour than you can at 8 hours at a corporate job. It's pretty wild. And the other thing that I didn't think about when I was in corporate America is like how long the workday is. You think about like, okay, if you're just working 8 to 5, I say just 8 to 5. At Lowe's I work 6 to 5 at least, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. But most people work 8 to 5, 9 to 5. Man, it is so crazy how long that is. That's a long day. So, so time freedom, yeah. No, I don't have to request PTO. I can work whenever I want. I don't have to request PTO. I can go pick up my son at school. I can go on field trips. I can be the chaperone. If we want to take time off, we want to go somewhere, we want to go on vacation, we do it all the time. So typically every 6 weeks we go somewhere. So that is the biggest number one is time. It's your most limited resource. So that's why I've got that number one on the list. Number two, unlimited income potential. So I think about this. So one of my businesses, when I was in corporate America, I grew it from 11 million to 16 million in 1 year. That's wild. So $5 million increase. This business was making $0 profit, and it profited over $3 million the year I was there. And guess what I got? I got a $2,000 raise and I don't know, $12,000 bonus. So when you own your own business, you get all that. It's unlimited income potential. So you just have to pick the right vehicle. So no more capped raises. There's no budget freezes, anything like that. Just landing one client, depending on what route you go, it can change everything. All right, number three, no office politics. I don't have to worry about impressing whoever the hiring manager is or trying to figure out how I can even get in front of them and build a relationship. I don't have to do that anymore. All I have to do is focus on the systems that I put in place, which organically grow my business. So that's it on that. Number four, building something that's yours. So ownership over your results, brand, and future. So it's so wild when you're building something that's yours is the fulfillment that you get. So not only financially, but really more, I think we're all creators. And I think when you work in corporate America, you're more of a, you do get to do some creating, but you're also, basically just a consumer. So if you want to talk more about that, that's probably a little sidebar conversation. But all right, number 5, I've talked about it. More time with family. So you get to be present. If I want to coach my son's teams, I can do that. Take trips, we do that all the time. For somebody that was, in the industry for over 20 years, I worked every single holiday, it seemed like. Like I know I worked every Black Friday. Weekends, I'd work 3 out of the 4 weekends, for over 20 years. So now having every weekend off, it's insane. So your job or your business should support your life, not run it. All right, number 6, you get to be you. So no more, suits, no more scripts, no more not being your authentic self. So the number one thing that I think is important in life is being your authentic self. And when you're in a corporate environment, you just cannot be your authentic self because it's going to get you fired more than likely. So that's really cool is, get to show up authentically and be who you truly are, and people get to see that. All right, number 7, you grow like crazy. So I'm willing to say that in the last 2 years, I've learned more about business than I did in my previous 20 plus years in corporate America. The new skills you have to develop, the new challenges that you have to overcome, and the new confidence that you gain from learning those skills at a top pace. So entrepreneurship, it's really a personal development on steroids. All right. Number 8, real fulfillment. So every win feels like your win because it is. You're building your business, you're building your legacy. In corporate America, your goal is, might be to increase the business by 10%, whatever that looks like. But you're building somebody else's company, you're building somebody else's dream. Ultimately, you're making your boss look good and it's helping them get promoted. And it may get you promoted as well, but like I said earlier, you're increasing business by millions of dollars and you're just getting a fraction financially. It's pretty wild. Okay, number 9, you choose who you work with. So in corporate America, somebody hires you, right? They may go on to a different role and then you get a different boss. You have no say so in it. You may transfer divisions. A division may go under somebody else. You may have some say over who's hired. And I think that's very important in corporate America is understanding, what you want your culture to be and making sure that you and your managers are aligned on who you hire. But in the entrepreneurial world, it's the same thing. So you have clients that you work with, choose people that you want to work with. You choose who you work with. So that is definitely different. There's no, toxic bosses or, draining teams. You build your circle. And then last but not least, peace of mind. So you have control. You don't have to worry about what's going on, in the company, what's AI doing, any of that. You own your business. You own your life. You own your income. So you'll never fear layoffs again because you write the checks now. So that's it for this video. Top 10 benefits to owning your own business. And that's it. I'll see you on the next video. Talk to you soon.